have IST warm-ups. Growing up as a kid here in the U.S. and, of course, participating in a lot of activities like basketball, wrestling, and gymnastics, cross country, typical sports you play in school. Coach tells you to warm up, roll your ankles, turn your shoulders, do these twists, and warm up your body because you're going to be engaging in, I guess they call it physical activity, right? You're going to be jumping pretty high. You're going to be running pretty fast. You don't want to pull a muscle. You don't want to get hurt in the process of engaging in sports or extracurricular activity. And that's probably good to do it because if you jump right into something, you're more likely to be, cold. Your muscles are not warmed up. You're more likely to probably be more prone to maybe getting injured. IST warm-ups are not for those reasons in general. You're not going to break an ankle. You're not going to pull a muscle. You're not going to be jumping through something or jumping very high. We don't do IST warm-ups for those reasons. So when we do opening up the wrist joints, okay, we're warming up to what it means to open up the joints, right? When we're doing low quad stance, we're developing how to connect to the ground, right? When we're doing the waist series, it's not so much loosening the waist, although that happens a little bit. We're learning to make it more supple so energy can flow up and down. When we're doing the gravity drop, we're learning to let energy flow fast internally. We're learning how to rebound energy, right? Something going down, so going up. So that leads to, we're not really warming up the muscles. We're warming up to prepare internally, how to prepare for the practice of IST. We're learning to cultivate the mind and the body to work together. We're learning how to get more connected with our breathing, which plays a huge part in how comfortable we feel, how relaxed we feel, how much we can release. Those are the reasons why we're doing IST warm-ups. And understanding that plays a major role in how you look at the warm-ups. And you're not just simply moving your wrists. You're not simply just doing some mundane movement because to prevent injury. That's not how to look at it. You're looking at it to prepare yourself how to cultivate the inside. So now when you're doing the arm bridge, your mind knows that it needs to be clear because that's what we do in the warm-ups. When you're doing the arm bridge, now you understand that it's about proper alignment because we learned that in the warm-ups. When you're doing rotational rooting, you know that the arms need to be more empty and free. We do that in the warm-ups. When you're engaging in meditation walking, you know that it has nothing to do with pushing or just shifting. Now you're learning how to rebound the energy flow. Where did we learn how to rebound the energy flow? Well, you're learning that in the arm bridge, right? Tension is building up in your shoulders, and you need to know how to redirect that attention into the ground, what we call sinking with penetration. And when it rebounds up, that's energy flow and stillness. So when you recognize that more and more, now you incorporate that into the walk. So that's why the IST warm-ups are very important. And by doing it with that type of understanding, as you develop more and more into the IST, you see that there's an absolute correlation about what we do in the warm-ups and what we do in the actual the disciplines like walking, doing the form, doing push-hands. They all go back to the warm-ups, or what they might say in Mandarin, 基本功, or basic training. Our basic training is exactly that. If you have some deficiencies or still you want to develop it more, go back to your warm-ups. Everything is there already. When you do the warm-ups correctly over time, it's going to translate in all the other drills that we do. So they play a very crucial role in the bigger picture. So don't underestimate those warm-ups. Do them regularly, and you'll start to develop the foundation for what IST is made up of, basic training. Okay, so that's on IST warm-ups, why we do them, and the significance as it plays out in the big picture as we progress into the internal system journey. Okay, good. So with that